Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mod Monkey. If you're new here, we do video game reviews and family vlogs. Today we're going to be talking about Harry Potter Magic Awaken and the recent announcement of the delay for 2023, what that might mean for the game, and also my experiences with the game so far on the Korean servers and also global beta. So let's get into it. All right, so what is Harry Potter Magic Awaken? It is a card game with a storyline attached to it that you can play through. That was built by Portkey Games and NetEase. Now, NetEase is the same people that made Diablo, the Diablo mobile game that's infamous by this point, but they're a really good company, okay? They make really solid, really well-crafted games, mobile games, have their hand in this one, and it really shows. What brought my attention to this game is that not only do you have the story missions that you go through, you also have like sub-games as well, where you're looking for clues, you're going through the Dark Forest and progressing through the Dark Forest to get cards. It's all about getting the collectible cards that have people that you might not be familiar with, some people from the storyline, some people from the actual main Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts storylines as well. You have Fantastic Beasts as well that you can collect in the cards, and they all have different attributes. The best way I can explain it as far as the card system is, it's almost like Clash Royale with a Wizarding World spin to it. You have a arena that you can go into where it could either be 1v1 or 2v2. You're able to freely move around your side, so you can dodge spells that are being thrown at you just by moving your character left and right. But then you can also throw out cards as well, right? So like the troll will be the heavy card that tanks all the damage, and then you can throw a bunch of your damage based cards like spiders and poison stuff behind that. You also have cards that directly attack the other player on the other side, so you can Expelliarmus and knock their wand out there and make them immobile or unable to throw spells for a few minutes or for a few seconds. It's very multi-level, the gameplay. It's really, really fun and addicting, and the whole world, the aesthetic of the world is just absolutely incredible. Very well made. It reminds me of the Tales of the Deathly Hallows, and if you remember from the movies, it had that very gothic, clay animated kind of style aesthetic, and this game kind of lends towards that aesthetic as well. It's very gothic in a way. The way the game is made, it's very dark tones, dark colors, very cell shaded kind of looking game. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. I just wanted to, the reason why I care about this game is because after Wizards Unite, I would love to see more successful Wizarding World, Harry Potter related mobile games on the market. Hell, I would love to see Wizarding World games across all different platforms, even AR glasses when we get to that eventually. My dream is to eventually have AR glasses with a smart connected wand, much like the Magic Caster wand, that you can just go out and go against other players in a open world space, throwing spells and unlocking secrets with your wand that like open up hidden doorways, and like we'll dive into that in another video. But for the most part, I would love to see Portkey Games grow in different genres and be successful is what I'm trying to get at. And the recent announcement for the 2023 delay is really concerning on multiple levels. But before we talk about that, let me talk to you about the experience I've had in the over 1 year. It's been 1 year since I first laid my hands on the Korean servers that launched a while ago. But 1 year ago, I got my hands on the Korean server, set up a Korean account, and I got my hands on the game. Okay, it was incredible. You were able to go through the Hogwarts castle. You were able to go to your dorm room. You can go to the commons room. It was really fleshed out and it looked really amazing. You didn't really have pay to win. It was more like just cosmetics, the cash shop for the cosmetics, which I'm completely fine with. And the cosmetics that you can get is amazing. It's something that I really wish that Wizards Unite would have leaned into. So in this game, you can get different robes, you can get different bedding for your bed, you can get a different magical beast that you can have in your dorm room, you can get a different broom. There's different types of brooms that have different stats attached to them that allow you to fly around the world faster or give you other stats within the game itself when you PvP. There are so many different types of cosmetics that you could buy in this game that makes it so engaging, and it's something that I really enjoyed. Actually, I didn't find it as a negative at all. The one thing that I did like a lot from the original Korean server is that they had the ability to trade cards via Bluetooth, and I thought that was legendary. So like if you got your hands on a really rare card, or you got double of a rare card that you have in your possession, you could trade that card locally with one of your friends so that they can build out their deck. So it's a really well-rounded game, and I would love to see this game succeed. Moving over to the global release, all the removal of you being able to freely move around the Hogwarts castle itself. It more focused on using the map as navigation to jump to points, which brought you out of the game a lot. It wasn't as immersive as it was prior to that. I saw I don't know if it was a removal or if I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find the Bluetooth trading functionality in the game anymore, so I'm hoping that wasn't removed from the game at all, or it just wasn't showcased. And there was a lot of like changes and additions to more like subscription based and other type of monetary based things that were added to the global beta that made it so that, you know, there was multiple different currencies and whatnot that you had to do, and they were giving away like legendary cards and whatnot, which I didn't agree with at all. The change in monetization was one of the biggest put-offs for me for the global release. It made me very concerned for the franchise altogether. And the reason why I was so concerned is that you do not, like with this game, you don't want to fall into a situation where you need to buy booster packs in order to get your hands on the rare legendary cards, and you don't want to make it really hard or impossible for people to get those legendary cards without monetizing like the process or gatekeeping with money, basically. So that's something that I'm really concerned about with this game, and I think it might be delayed because they're going back to the drawing board with the monetization and fixing that, I would hope, and coming out with a more reasonable way of monetizing the game. The game is beautiful. The assets in the game are amazing. You're going to want to have these cards in your possession. You're going to be happy that you collected them, and you're going to covet them, your deck, more so than a lot of games. And the reason why I say that is because the animation on the cards, the way it looks, the presentation of the cards is just amazing. It's so good that I just would wish that they would release a physical version of this game one day with the same art style, because it's just that good. I could see a whole Pokemon-like card system being sprung out from this game because it's just that good and so fun. I would even love to see an AR version of this game one day that's more like Eye of Judgment, or like recently one of the content creators made a Magic the Gathering AR experience where the cards, the monsters will pop out the card. I would love to see something like that once AR glasses become more readily available to people. That would be an avenue that I would think would be amazing, even just in VR, the VR space. I know they do card games in there, and I would love to see this game get translated over to there with the ability to see your person in 3D, basically move around the playing field and shooting spells and whatnot at other people. Regardless, the gameplay is really, really fun, and it's a really good time. Okay, so we got the launch in Korea, and right after that, there was kind of like silence, and then they drummed up a little bit of noise for the launch of the website, which we thought, oh, maybe they might be doing a global release soon. Then there was more silence, and then they did a whole campaign around the new Fantastic Beasts movie, and they were like, hey, look, we're giving out the Niffler, and you can see it here. You were giving out the Niffler, and we're giving out the Manticore cards if you sign up now. I was like, oh man, they're doing a marketing push. That means we might be close. Now, I think that right around when the Fantastic Beasts movie came out is probably when they wanted to drop the game, but for some ever reason, they decided not to. Now, I'm hoping that they took the feedback from the community. Hopefully, I wasn't the only one that was put off by the monetization that we saw in the global beta, and they went back to the drawing board with getting that removed and putting a system in that made a lot more sense. I'd say leave the cards completely out of it. Let that be completely RNG, because what that's going to do is that's going to make it even more exciting when you get those very rare legendary cards, right? And then the very rare cards that drop every so often with a really low drop rate, that will be even more sought after for those Bluetooth trades, if you keep Bluetooth trades in the game, and it would just make the value of those cards just exponentially higher, and obviously keeping people playing because they want to get their hands eventually on those cards. Leave that out of the cash shop. Do not touch that at all, in my personal opinion. lean heavily on the beauty of this game and the assets that you already have available for the game. Lean heavily on the cosmetics and the pricing of the cosmetics, because I feel like that's where I'm going to spend most of my money in. That's where I'm going to be throwing money at, to make my character look cool, and also to get really cool characters and our character brooms and cosmetic items, as well as mystical beasts and whatnot. I want a Niffler in my common room, or in my room. I want to be able to own a Niffler. That's something I'm going to be going after a lot. Leave the cards out of the situation, and I feel like the game will be perfectly fine. Now, they pushed it back. We had silence for quite a while, and then we recently got an announcement that it was pushed back to 2023. Now, what makes this so worrisome, for me anyway, is if you look at how many people have signed up to this, we just barely reached 2 million. If this graph is accurate, it might not be accurate. So I would love to know like an accurate number of how many people actually signed up. But from what I'm seeing, it's just barely 2 million. Now, compare this to the launch of Hogwarts Legacy pre-orders. You have multi-million, it's like millions upon millions of people have pre-ordered the game, have millions of like the collector's edition, the extremely pricey $300 collector's edition went unavailable the same day. Okay, Magic Caster one, same thing. The exclusive ones sold out the same day. For the exclusive one, you have a lot of attention to the Wizarding World franchise right now. You have Wizarding World in Orlando being built. You have all the experiences that are going around in Chicago, upstate New York, and Virginia right now. And in Atlanta, you have the Harry Potter experience. You have a lot going on with this company right now, and the visibility for this company is pretty high. And everybody wants a part of the franchise at the moment, which is amazing. This is why I feel that this game definitely has a foothold, could have a foothold in the mobile space and actually be successful if they monetize correctly. Just because it's a mobile game doesn't mean I want everything else that comes with every single mobile game, like the very predatory gacha cards, etc., that pops their head up in like every single mobile game that comes out, right? Hopefully the company's not looking at this as a cash grab and more of an opportunity to continue bringing the franchise to multiple millions of people across the globe on multiple different devices, right? This is my hope. So the announcement of them pushing it back to 2023 after Hogwarts Legacy is concerning, because I don't see myself, depending on when this launches, it has to be a while after Hogwarts Legacy. I don't really see myself diving too much into this game because I'm going to be too busy immersing myself in Hogwarts Legacy. Especially when this game comes out, I'm going to be checking to see how the monetization in the game is going and if it's worth playing the game, because if someone could just throw money into the game and get all the most of the heavy hitter legendary cards and build a really powerful deck, you're just going to be, it's only a matter of time before you'll slowly just not win in the PvP battles at all, and it's just not going to be a fun time, right? So the thing about mobile games, and I hope that this doesn't affect this game, is that you'll start off winning games because people haven't thrown a lot of money in, and they still have to deal with the RNG, so they haven't gotten the decks that they need. And then slowly but surely you're going to find that people are going to be becoming more and more powerful, and the ratio of powerful pay-to-play players are going to outweigh the free-to-play players, and I'm a free-to-play player, so I'll be showing you guys my experience with playing this game free-to-play once it releases. But hopefully it doesn't launch too close to Hogwarts Legacy, because I feel like that's really going to affect the player count, because a lot of people are going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy instead. I could be wrong. Looking at how many people have signed up, this could be wrong numbers. I feel like we might see a very low attention count depending on when they release, and that will obviously affect the money that this company is going to be making from this franchise, and then eventually will affect how long we get to see this game open. So hopefully they monetize correctly. That's a big point that I want to bring home, that I really hope that they take a really big look at how they monetize the game, because that's going to affect how long we get to enjoy this wonderful game with its beautiful animations and this beautiful world going forward. But yeah, so hopefully they go back to where they were in the Korean-based server. Like, it was amazing. You could explore every single facet of Hogwarts Castle. You could fly around the castle. It was very open world. You can also go to the Dark Forest and hang out there. You can do the Dark Forest run. You can do the PvP, dual PvP, etc., etc. You can join houses and have like guilds. You can talk in the chat. You can send voice messages in the chat, which is incredible. And then obviously you can play Quidditch. Shots to you, Hogwarts and stuff. And also you can gain notoriety within the game, which is just amazing. So I'm looking forward to this game. There's a lot to love about this game, but there's a lot to be worried about as well, especially when they're going to launch the game. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. Check out the links down in the description below. I have my own website now, and the new membership area for the website is going to be going live this week. Thank you guys for all the love and support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.